Assignment 2, Human Development, a Lifespan Approach, the Cognitive Theory. Piaget's cognitive theory is concerned with children rather than everyone else. Children actively construct knowledge as they explore and manipulate the world around them. It's in figure 1.1 at the Microsoft PowerPoint. The main focus of this theory directly affects children and how they progress to adulthood. It focused on the development of the child rather than the child's learning. According to Piaget, a child is born with very basic mental structures. The main goal of this theory is to explain the machinery and process from which a baby and then a child develops into an adult who can think rationally with reason. According to Piaget, children are born with a very basic mental arrangement on which all preceding learning and knowledge are based. Slide 1. Focus on Western theories of development, 4 stages of cognitive development. Piaget assumed that cognitive development is an unbroken process, that all children, even in different environmental context and culture diversity around the world, have the same series of cognitive development. In the past century, Jean Piaget developed one of the most heavily used theories of development in the world and divided into 4 stages, which is in figure 1.2. Slide 2. Stage 1, Sensorimotor. Figure 1.3 in MS PowerPoint. The age group of this stage is birth to 2 years of age. During this stage, the child begins to accumulate the required ability for object permanence, meaning that the object remains in its environment despite its invincibility. 3 necessary development occurs at this stage. Firstly, by 18 months, the child can utter a practical sentence, and by 2 years of age, they can utter a meaningful sentence. Secondly, a child develops a defied imitation. This means that a child imitates others or copies someone's behavior. Finally, in this stage, a child begins to envisage and symbolize images. Stage 2, pre-operational stage. The age group for this stage is 2 years to 7 years of age, on figure 1.4 in PowerPoint. At this stage, the symbolic ability of the child is improved. They still do not have the ability to think logically. Children in this stage believe and practice pretend play. A child's arm may be a kite flying high in the sky. Language development also begins at this stage. Children at this stage are very egocentric, meaning they focus on themselves and how actions will impact them rather than others. Children may think that everything thinks and feels as they do. In slide 3, we've got stage 3, concrete operational. The age group for this stage is 7 to 11 years of age. Children began to demonstrate logically understanding of the conservation principle, recognizing that the key properties of a substance does not change, although its appearance may have been changed. Those that have yet to develop this concept still feel that the longer glass contains more liquid than the shorter, more larger glass. Some are able to perform mathematical operations and are able to multiplication. Is the opposite of division. They would have to reason out the objects are able to change back to its original state in science. Reversibility. Transitivity is the concept of relation, whereby if A is equal to B and B is equal to A, then B may also be equal to C. Assimilation is the child's prior knowledge or what the child already knows about the world. Stage 4, formal operational. The age group of this particular stage is 14 years to adulthood. Children in this stage have absorbed the ability to think in more abstract format and are already engaging in problem-solving methods and can develop theories to reason their way to answer. This is on figure 1.6. A girl aged 14 is able to solve this office technology problem using the sign method taught to him in class. They may be able to collect multiple ideas in order to come up with a totally new one. Many others imply that children reach cognitive milestones prior the Piaget described. Bale Ragon, 2004. 3. Human development, a focus on my context. Slide 1. In this section, I will be concentrating more on human development in school environment at Tailebu North College. That's in figure 1.7. We also take into account our classroom situation, children's behaviors and challenges. Slide 2. I currently teach year 9, age 14 years at Tailevu North College, a rural school in Fiji with a roll of 15 students. It's a real juggle to try and understand the individual needs of all the students as they come from various backgrounds. I have decided my class according to their learning abilities and the advanced groups. This is in figure 1.8 in MS PowerPoint. I have noticed understanding instruction given and can complete a given task in very short time span. They tend to be very neat with their work and respond well to group discussion. They're also very responsible in terms of looking after their belongings and learning materials, maintenance of their exercise books. On the other hand, are not really competent in academic work but are very artistic as illustrated in figure 1.9. A basic learner was able to come up with this very complicated art piece. They tend to become very strong and skillful sportsmen and are also very efficient in gardening during gardening periods. It seems that the informal education from home has really had an effect on their learning capabilities as they are able to respond better to concepts where they have prior knowledge. Behavior of students can get from very good to very bad. At some point, a student will try his best to get my attention in class by either doing something good or by even breaking a rule just to prove a point. A student who I have just recently punished could be standing right beside me just so I can notice him, and at times can be a really hilarious, but now I understand that it is all part of human development. Some students' behavior are influenced by others, so when these students are alone, their behavior is very good. However, when they are joined by company, their behavior deteriorates once again. Intervention programs for basic learners. It has been noticed that this level stage, some children still lack the basic ability of reading and doing simple mathematical operations. For the student, intervention procedures are in place as we take them back in the basic learning skills by utilizing hands-on activity. It has been proven effective as our students easily grasp the concept by engaging in hands-on activities. We also conduct maths remedial, drop everything and read program. Their program and library classes are being strengthened. 4. Current perspective of human development, traditional versus modern societies. Slide 1, advantage of modern societies. They are very advanced in technology and learning is at everyone's fingertips. In this slide, I will be discussing the two most common types of societies in the world. These two societies plays a major role in the development of children. There is a dispute that the traditional societies are entwined by norms, way of life and values which are hidden in their development process. Modernization theorist Rostro also introduced current technology on Monterey approach to uplift such society standards. Vygotsky's social-cultural theory of human learning describes learning as a social progression and the beginning of human brain power in society or culture. The major theme of Vygotsky's theoretical agenda is that social context plays a fundamental role in development of cognition. Slide 2, traditional societies. Advantage of traditional society. Children from these societies are well cultured and very skillful. Disadvantage of traditional societies. Very low standards of living. Children tend to become sickly and also lack knowledge of latest ideas in the world. The main objectives of these theories is to improve the lifestyle of traditional society, hence uplifting the standards of living of its occupants. It is the belief that with proper technology, the development process will be enhanced. In many traditional settings today, learning takes place at home, whereby the know-how is passed down through the generations. The elderly group is responsible for teaching of values and traditional practice. This makes children coming from traditional settings like village settlement are well mannered than those from urban places. In a traditional setting, children are taught the basics of respect and values are being passed down to them. They are also taught the basic skills of fishing, carpentry, washing, cooking, etc. It is now no wonder that these children, when put in any setting, would not survive because of their basic training at home. Slide 3, modern societies. Development is not merely based on the cultural values, but rather the economic and social structures and procedures. The growth of a country economically is well defined by how much development is taking place. Many underdeveloped countries, the world still lag behind in terms of development of its people as well as education system. Take our country, Fiji, for example. A developed country this could be seen in the standard of living of its people. There is a flaw in these modern societies. Many of our children in modern societies tend to become more violent, and most of them are not well cultured. They tend to indulge in unnecessary things which could easily get them into trouble. This is the result of child development in modern society. The major contributing factor of this problem is the attribute to parental negligence. Most parents in these modernized societies work for a living, and children are either left alone or to a babysitter. These sisters could have a totally different methods of teaching, which may cause a confusion to the children concerned. The schooling system is also such that teachers have no right of properly disciplining children. Hence, the level of discipline is very low. Thank you very much for listening. Have a blessed day. Naka.